guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got an order of fish to unbox today. We got a little bit crazy restock right before Christmas. Okay, just a little bit before Christmas anyway. Let's take a look and see what we got. First thing is some African cichlids, and I'm overdue to restock on some cool Africans. These are Tilapia zebroides, excuse me, cobalt zebra. These are orangeback cobalt zebra. Super cool, actually. I like that. Really pretty. Next up, we have a nano fish. This is a Foam rasbora. These guys can be as bright as chili rasbora when they color up. Super cool little fish. Next thing is some snails, zebra thorn snails. Always tiny. Some of them not that tiny in there. A super cool option for a nearite that will not breed in your tank. Here are some more snails. These are your little ninjas, your assassin snails. Good for taking out bladder snails, and if hungry enough, they'll even take out some of your other bus snails as well. Here's a fun fish. These are sparkling gouramis. Sparkling gouramis are one of the tiniest gourami species. Super cool. Some people use them in a shrimp tank, so you can eat things like scuds. Haven't tried it, but you know, maybe you will. These are hatchets, pygmy hatchets. We've been doing a lot of little fish so far. This is one African cichlid. Let's see what else we have. Well, those are not small fish. These are big fish. These are silver dollars, baby silver dollars. They'll be 4 or 5 inches or more, so not a small fish. Second, we have sunset honey gouramis. Nice size on these. Sometimes we get these a quarter this size. Nice colors too. You can see some boys and girls in there. Love us some sunset dwarf gouramis, or honey dwarf gouramis. Green tiger barbs. Nice community-ish, kind of nippy, but beautiful schooling fish of our family. And here's some more African cichlids. This is electric blue johannes. These guys are dimorphic. You'll have boys and girls. Oh, these are, of course, the manganos. Now, boys and girls will look significantly different on those guys, as with a lot of your African cichlids. Low light Daniel restock. First time I've restocked these guys in a while. Looks like one didn't make the trip, but for the most part, a very beautiful, underappreciated Daniel. Very pretty fish. Not particularly nippy, a very nice community fish. Here are some koi female bettas. Haven't been able to get any females for a while, so jumped on the opportunity. Those are kois. Very pretty. And some shrimp, great big ones. These are the bamboo shrimp. Half a dozen of those big bamboo shrimp for you. The last thing in this box, we have some pencilfish. These are the red art coral pencilfish. I think we've got a batch of those over there, so we'll have a double batch. You always want a lot more pencilfish than you think you're going to keep them from beating each other up and looking good. You want to have 8, 10 dozen or more in your batch. Let's go ahead and jump into another box here. Here are some mollies. These are gold lyre-tail mollies. Posilia schnaps. Regular old molly. Gotta have some of those for your library aisle. Sort of lyre-tail guppy. Oh, we haven't had these in for a while. These look a lot like a large wild endler type. Kind of a cool fish. Should pay a little bit more for them, but fun genetics on those guys. Ember tetra. Here's Amanda's embers. These are great. They put those on the nano aisle because they got a tiny mouth. They're schooling tetra. Very nice, inexpensive, beautiful fish. Here's a fun apistogramma. This is Apistogramma borelli. This is the opal variety. A few different color variants out there. If I remember right, we've got a couple different apistos on this order. Let's look for some more. This, however, is more live-bearers. This is wag rainbow variatus, or neon wag rainbow variatus. A lot of words to say. Kind of a pretty little platy. Super cool. Platies and variatus are about the same fish. Here's something we haven't had in a long time. These are albino cherry barbs. Boy, it looks like they're all males too. Look at that. Nice looking fish. Albino cherry barbs are pretty fantastic. They look kind of neon, almost like they've been colorized. Pork chop rasbora. I haven't had to restock these in a while. They're a smaller version of your rasbora het, or harlequin rasbora. Again, another fish that gets stuck over in the nano fish aisle sometimes. Neon tetras. Got to have a bunch of these guys, and we always do. That's a restock. Of course, our tetras are on the special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. For the low cost of subscribing to our YouTube channel, which you're already on. Here are cherry barbs again. These are the long-finned ones. I restocked on cherry barbs in general because the albinos and long-fins just aren't available that often. So picked them up, and lucky for you, got some cool ones to share. This guy isn't that big. Oh, we got 2 inches. Usually I order the 3 inches. This is the checkerboard discus. Usually order the 3s, but we went ahead and gave a shot on some of the 2s. That guy looks like he's a little stressed in the bag. Hopefully he comes around. German blue rams. Have a couple people waiting on these guys. Gotta have them. The rams are fantastic little dwarf cichlids. Not like dirty water, so keep your water parameters pristine for those guys to do well. Hunting dwarf grommy. This is the guy that's not the sunset. They'll get some beautiful colors on them when they settle in. Also nice size on those as well. So another version of hunting dwarf grommy. And last bag here we have some Damascenized cichlids. These are another African cichlid. Nice bright stripes on those. So I remember the Damascenized don't really have a sexual dimorphism. A few in that group that really don't. And that's it for that box. Alrighty, here we go. Box number 3. Let's see what we got. Lots of fun stuff. Let's see. That's articulated hillstream loaches. Restock on those guys. I'm having a hard time getting those guys in, so that's glad to see those guys show up again. Here's some albino tiger barbs go along with those green tiger barbs we just showed you. And more guppies. Got a lot of guppies this week. Blue-tailed guppies. Wow, that's a really pretty fish. I like that. More African cichlids. I told you we had a few restocked this week. This is the snow white cichlids. Super bright colored African cichlid. Nice and white. Got some Bettas this week. This is called a star tail. And sure enough, he's got a star tail. It's not a comb tail, not a veil tail, it's a star tail. Here's a flamingo guppy, another color variety. Cilia. Synodontis lucipinus, dwarf petricoli synodontis, one of my absolute favorite community catfish. They only get about 3 inches. Will handle just about any tank situation. These are Acopitochromis borelli, a redfin variety. Another one of my favorite of the Acopitochromis family, African cichlids. Here's Cribiheros longimanus, or red-breasted cichlid. Central American cichlid on these guys. We've been keeping those in stock. Nice fish, pretty fish. Reticulated Julie, or Corydorus trilineatus. It's a guy we shouldn't be without. We sell a ton of those because he's one of the popular, most popular little speckled cories. Here's some cool half moon bettas. Didn't come with a lot of water. We'll have to get those guys a little more water here as quick as we can. Let's see. Red lizard hillstream loach. We hardly ever get these because they only come through once or twice a year. Real sensitive, like most of your hillstream loaches, but a really cool guy. They kind of look more like your regular Botia family, but they're a hillstream, like your reticulateds. Here's the Adopo butterflies, the L52, also call them a flounder. They also call them a few other things. We call them a chameleon pleco. Super cool, relatively inexpensive, relatively small pleco. There's more of them. Got a big batch of them because got them on special, got them a little bit less expensive than they've been running. So take advantage of that when you can, save you a few bucks. Here's box number 4. Off the ground we go. Bang. All right, here we got, banded tiger silver dollars. Don't look a lot different than the regulars right now, but I can see just a little bit of banding and a spot on them. Those are fantastic. I've had those personally. I really like those fish. MBU giant puffer. Not to see here, folks. Boy, kind of skinny. Get you fattened up and see how you do, little fella. Have to talk with them about sending that one. Here we have neon blue rasbora. We don't get these very often. This is the Sundandario goblinus. They are very susceptible to ick. You want to make sure to acclimate them slowly and carefully. But very fantastic nano fish if you can get them established. These are the L106 orange seam plecos, another relatively inexpensive, nice smaller pleco, 5-inch range or so. Nice pattern on them, and usually under 25 bucks, so super cool fish. Strawberry rasbora, another nano fish. As fantastic as a chili rasbora in my book. Very similar size, just a little different pattern. Let's see, this Rumminose Tetra, regular Rumminose Tetra. Quintessential necessity for the community tank. On the special by far more, get 25% off. Here are some firemouth cichlids, restock. Those guys are pretty similar to those red breasted, actually. A little different version of a very similar fish. Here are your regular old Caminado cinculus. Gotta have these guys. Just realized we didn't this morning, so glad I remembered to order them this week. A whole bunch more Bettas. Boy, colors of the rainbow. Wow, some fantastic guys. Yep, not gonna look, because if I do, we'll be stuck here all day. It's already gonna be a long video as it is. Oh, this checkerboard looks a lot better than the other one did. Looks happier with that guy. The other guy perks up, but he was looking pretty rough. Here we have a chili rasbora, and we have these guys in a bit. No, that's not true. We have them all the time. We always have chili rasboras. Had them on the last order. Here is another discus. He's got a flat back, so we need to get him out of the bag here right away. But he looks like he's doing fantastic. And then we have, oh, these are cool. These are panda loaches. Panda loaches are another hill stream loach. Smaller, about half the size of some of your other guys. And they get that black and white stark pattern as babies. They get more mottled as they're adults, but it's still pretty cool. Exclamation point rasbora. We got the chilies, the strawberries, and the exclamation points this week. Apparently, we went Barara's nuts because we gotta have the rasboras. Here is the 3-inch gray leprecanthus 264. Those are fantastic sultan point. Very cool fish. They come up on special, so I'm like, what's not to like? We grabbed 3 of them. Good time to get a good sized fish. Usually they're about the same price as we'd normally pay for like 1-inch fish for a 3-inch fish. So couldn't say no to that. Alright. We have more fish. Imagine. We have bronze cories. Got a few restocks on some of our more common cories this week. The bronze, of course, or Corydoris aeneas, one of the most common, most popular, and relatively inexpensive cory on the market. This is another pistogramma. Told you I had a few. These are the super red cockatoides. Looking at them, they're kind of an orangish red on those. I know we got the orange flash too, so I thought we were going to see orange flashes there, but those are not. These are another nano fish. Lots of nano restocks. These are pygmy cories. Pygmy cories school up like the Tetras sometimes. Super cool under 1-inch cory catfish. More pencils. These are dwarf pencil fish. Just because they're dwarf, they're not really a nano fish. Kind of picky, comparatively speaking. Again, remember with pencils, you want to make sure to have them in a larger school than you might initially guess. They are still on the Tetra special, though, by the way. Panda cory. Gosh, maybe second most popular, maybe first most popular cory, behind or at the same place as the aeneas and the reticulated. And very popular also, the Corydoris paleatus. That's a pepper cory. So there you go. Restock on all the cool cories. More to go. Who do we have here? We have half moon candy females, really big ones too. Nice, beautiful, beautiful fish. Half moon candy female Bettas. There's some angels. These are the platinum angels. Really beautiful silver color. That's the name, platinum angelfish. Selling a lot of big angelfish lately. I think I've got some more of those local blues coming next week too. Super hoping to see those. Small this week. These are a mono shrimp, an absolute necessity for your planet tank. They'll take care of that string algae like nothing else. Maybe Siamese algae eaters, so they don't work in a nano tank. Here is another cool cory, not as popular as the other guys, but they should be. These are the Venezuelan red sailfin cory. Super cool cory fish. Got kind of a red tinge to their fins, black center body. One of my favorites. Of course, I haven't met a cory I didn't like. Platinum panda angelfish, small. Okay, so they're platinum cows. Very pretty. Ought to go well with the platinums. Good choice on angels this week. More pencil fish. These are the purple pencils. Purple pencils and red arcs look very similar. but obviously the purples look a little deeper purple color versus the red color on the reds. Again, get them in a large group, you'll be much happier with your purchase. Ornate bikers, doubled up. I got 3 of them this time because we've been selling out of them so fast. Very small. Got to watch them at this size to make sure they don't decide to eat their buddies. But super cool fish if you got room for a 2-foot long fish. They don't normally get quite that big. Usually they'll max out in the 12 to 18 inch range, but always possible. They got a 3-footer in Nigeria once. Here we have roseline sharks. Love my roseline sharks. Get only to about 4 inches. They need about 4 feet at least to run around in. If they got it, they can go in just about any grouping of fish. And they can move fast. They can sit there sedately, look amazing. Something totally different. These are your black ghost knives. Black ghost knives, don't keep them together. Keep them separated because they'll nip each other's tails off. But I can get to 14 inches. They're electric. They can annoy other fish. Train them to eat out of your tongs. They can actually get along in a community reasonably well. Here we have some of these platinum hatchets. Restock on a couple different types of hatchets. Hatchets tend to be sensitive on shipping, so sometimes you have to baby them along. The super cool community fish that hangs at the top. Here's something different. Baby monster in the flesh. This is a silver arowana baby. You sell a lot of those guys. Remember, they do get 4 feet. Keyhole cichlid. Restock on those guys. Keep a good stock on these guys. A fun, smaller, easier going South American cichlid. Clown loaches. Nice batch of these guys. Clown loaches again are very susceptible to ick. So anytime you're moving them, transporting them, it's a good idea to be real cognizant that they can get ick pretty easy. Cory albino or albino Aeneas cories. Probably 4th, 3rd, or 1st most popular cory around here, so lots of popular cories coming in today. The Lion's Cove, Cinetilapia species Lion's Cove, that's another African cichlid. I call these guys a dog-tooth cichlid. Also very, very neat African cichlid. Of course, I'm not going to say that they're not neat, because they're all neat. Orange flash cockatoides, that's the ones I was telling you about. And look how bright orange those fins are. Beautiful. Epistogramma species, or variety in that case. Cockatoides is the species, orange flash is the variety. More bettas. I see some crown tails. Wow, that guy's got a huge half moon. Wow, lots of beautiful bettas in this week. Good stock. Get ready for the holidays. And last on this order, we have some more guppies. These are the red-tailed black guppy. Pretty fish. Looking great. That's it for fish for this week. All right, I got a few more fish here. I may have said we were done with fish. I was optimistic. Nope, we got in some late stragglers here. Let's see what's in the bag. First thing out of the box, we have electric blue Jack Dempsey's. Super cool, tiny little guys, but gonna be a big fish someday. Very beautiful. Got some snails. These should be nearite snails. Yep, the red spotted nearites. Not to be mistaken for red spotted nearites. And then we have some more nearites. These are zebra nearites, nice and stripy, very pretty. More fish. We have long-finned serpe tetras. Good-looking critters. We do really well with those guys. And that's that box. Got a few more in here, mostly feeders. Let's see if we got shrimp too. I know we had a bunch of shrimp on this order. Oh yeah, those giant amano shrimps. Got some more of those. Also red cherry shrimp. Restock on those. Can't run out of those. Next up we have axolotls. Got a couple different colors of axolotl here. Supposed to get some, I think, golds and coppers, or were they browns and coppers? I don't know. Looks like I only got, I think these are probably, well, I'm not sure. I have to look at the invoice. They're mottled colored, so maybe they're something different altogether. Looks like I didn't get both the types I ordered. Let's see, more shrimp. We have, which ones are you? I guess I'm going to have to hold it up and see. That looks like a little tiny amano shrimp is what I'm guessing what those are. Got doubled up this week because we've been selling out. Red crystal shrimp, nice size on those guys. And lastly, blue shrimp. You know, Caridina, Davidii, all the colors. And then the last thing out of the box we have is feeder comets. We should have had feeder guppies on this order, but apparently we did not. So that's that.